Once upon a time in the ancient land of Canaan, there lived a kind and faithful man named Abraham. Abraham was a friend of God, and he always tried to do what was right. He lived with his beloved wife Sarah and their son Isaac, whom they considered a precious gift from God. One day, God spoke to Abraham and said, "Abraham, I have a special task for you. Take your son Isaac to the land of Moriah and offer him as a sacrifice on a mountain I will show you." Abraham's heart was heavy, but he trusted God and decided to obey. Early the next morning, Abraham woke Isaac and gathered wood for the offering. Together, they set off on the long journey, with their donkey carrying the wood and provisions. As they walked, Isaac noticed something odd. "Father," he said, "we have the wood and fire, but where is the lamb for the offering?" Abraham looked at Isaac with loving eyes and replied, "God will provide the lamb, my son." Isaac nodded, trusting his father and the promise he had received from God. After 3 long days, they arrived at the mountain. Abraham and Isaac climbed to the top, building an altar there. Abraham gently placed the wood on the altar, and then, tenderly, he bound Isaac and laid him on the altar. Just as Abraham lifted his hand to sacrifice his son, an angel of the Lord called out from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham, stop! Do not harm the boy. Now I know you respect God because you did not withhold your son, your only son, from me." Abraham, relieved and overjoyed, looked around and saw a ram caught in a thicket. He quickly took the ram and offered it in Isaac's place. God's voice came again, blessing Abraham for his faith and obedience. "Because you have done this and have not withheld your only son, I will bless you and multiply your descendants as the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. Through them, all nations will be blessed." Abraham and Isaac returned home, their hearts full of gratitude and faith in the powerful love of God. They learned that trust in God's plan, even when it seems difficult, would always lead to blessings and joy.